Well, I'll go on YouTube. So you know I'm back with another reaction video. Let's watch this video and I'm gonna chop it back with you guys real quick.
If a woman will try and destroy her child's father, can she love her child? If a woman will go out her way to work with a system that's going to make her child's father life impossible to be productive, can she love her child?
No.
Wow, I wasn't even expecting that. I'll keep it a buck, right? I don't think any single mothers out there really love their child like they say they do. And I'll tell you why. There's different types of single mothers, right? The ones that go out their way to go put the baby father on child support and use like a system to try to, like, you know, beat the man down. Because, you know, I've been noticing that a lot of guys have been jobless recently, especially when they get put in this CSA. In the UK it's called CSA. In the States it's called child support. I don't know what it's called in other spots, but I'm gonna just talk about in the Western world. I don't think any woman that puts the father of their child on child support really loves their child. Let me tell you why, right? And this is why I agree with him. I know a lot of guys that's unemployed because they will be working for a company, everything's going smooth, and say they had a child and it didn't work out with the mother, and the mother puts them on CCJ, right? CCJ will be taking a certain percentage of their paycheck. And we all know how it is with the cost of living right now. It's crazy out here, you feel me? And it's cheaper for them to just quit their job and go on the dole. I'm gonna have to do a Dr. Uma Johnson and say it again. It's cheaper for them to quit their job and go on the dole. Real talks, I ain't gonna lie to you. Because you gotta look at it like this. Imagine someone is earning, say, 2-2. Let's just say someone's earning 2-2 a month, right? An average person's earning 2-2 a month, right? And child support takes, I don't know, $350 out of that 2-2 a month. Mind you, they gotta pay the rent, they gotta pay for food, gas, you know, they gotta pay for other expenses. And if they're in their kid's life and they got to do the co-parenting, you guys know how I feel about co-parenting, and they got to do the co-parenting, they got to also pay for that as well, right? That's a lot for a man. At some point, some guys go through mental illness. Some guys go through breakdown. Like, they can't do it no more because they can't even look after themselves and look after their child and pay $350 child support or $250 child support. Then you have a hyena I'm trying to tell you when you can pick up your child and that. You know what I mean? That alone will break any guy, you know, motivation to go work for a company or go work for a job to kind of sustain him and his family. That will break them. It's cheaper to actually be unemployed while you're in this child support. Now, here's the trick. So now imagine a woman that has common sense now and says to herself, this guy has made himself unemployed just because I put him on child support, and I'm stopping him as a father being there for his child to be able to actually be there for this child. And just because I'm in my feelings, I want to destroy him. So if you're destroying the father of your child, do you love your child? If you're destroying the father of your child, especially financially as well, for a man financially is very important because we use our time to go get that, right? Most of you baby moms sit at home and you don't do F4, you know? All you do is get the dough, put the guy on the child support and try to control that whole situation like that because your life ain't shit, right? Can you honestly say you love your child when you're putting your child's father on child support? You couldn't work with the person. You couldn't try to say to yourself, you know what, let me work with you. Like, what can you afford to give? And not even, let me work with you, what can you afford to give? And when can you come see your child? When can you come see your child? And you know, if he comes see his child at that time, you know, he's going to spend whatever money that he's got going on. At the end of the day, because some of you ladies are probably going to say, well, he's not in my child's life. He's gallivanting and I'm here looking after the child. This is the reason why I put him on child support. Well, come on, man, you chose the person to have a child with and, you know, it didn't work and you take full responsibility of the child. So you putting the guy on child support doesn't justify what you're trying to do. So now you put him on child support, then he goes unemployed. You don't get the money that you were supposed to get if he was employed. So now you ask yourself this question, right? Are you doing a good service for your child when you decide to go take that route? Because you might come up with so much ideas like, well, he's not here, so I got to put on child support. Okay, cool. Then what about if he does go unemployed? Because a lot of them go unemployed. A lot of them just say, man, fuck this, man. I'm not even doing this no more. What's the purpose of this? Because I know a lot of guys, trust me, I know a lot of guys that just quits their job and they go self-employed. They say it's way more better starting a business or going self-employed than slaving away for the system just for someone like you to take the child support money. A lot of guys are waking up and just saying it's not worth it. So then I say to myself, do you love your child? And another thing as well about a lot of single mothers as well, say, when your mother calls you, oh, that's my baby, she's doing you a bad service, man. She's handicapping you because the whole world don't look at you as a grown man, as a baby. And that's why I always will say things like this, yeah. Men have way more love than their child than the mother do. The mother might think that she has more love than the father do because she's nurturing and that. And I'm not taking that away from any woman that's nurturing. And I'm not talking about the women that's with someone. I'm talking about the single mothers, right? You are not going to love your child more than the father will love his seed. That's his seed. He wants the best for his seed. He wants his seed to actually flourish in life. Majority of you mothers still want to baby your child. Still look at your child as a baby. You don't look at him as a grown-ass man until the guy tells you he's a big man now, you know. Let him be. Some of you women still be out there saying, my baby, my baby, my baby. That's not love. That's not love. That's controlling. That's narcissistic. You're not even allowing the man to be a man. That is not love. You don't call that love. That's controlling. You don't want to lose control of that person. That's why you say, my baby, my baby. So, I want to say this to any woman out here that's listening. Do you really think you love your child? If you're out here warring the father. For some reason, some of you don't want the father dead. Would you say that's love for your child? Because you're not even thinking about if that child might need his father later on in the future. She's going to need the father in the future. She's going to need to know how a man is supposed to be so she can look for the right man. He's going to need to know how a man is supposed to be so he can go out there and conquer. If this guy is right, a lot of this time, a lot of these females don't love their child as they think they do and as they say they do. A lot of guys out here growing up with the single mother thinking, yeah, your mother love you. Your mom don't love you, bro. Your mom's only putting up with you because once upon a time, you was a little asset to her. But then when you get to a certain age, she's going to look at you and thinking, how could I use this guy right now? Because I don't want to be lonely. I want to see how I can use him. And that's why your Marjorie you're still my baby. You're still my baby. You feel me? A lot of you guys still got your mother's spirit in you. That's why you're so emotional. That's why you have so much fear in you. That's why it takes you longer for you to start something, because you care what people think. That's a woman's nature. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you there. Peace. Bow.